Before we talk about cross-infection, here I'd like to share with you a short video about the infection control and safety. As we know, the saliva is transparent, but let's imagine if the saliva is red, what will be happened to the clinics? Okay, let's see the video. It will take about 1.5 minutes. Yes, this video has no sound, so hope this video is so hope you have seen it clearly. Okay, so this video, what we want to tell is sometimes we are surrounded by various of unsanitary conditions. So any non-standard operations can lead to dangerous situation. Because the saliva is parent, we cannot see. But if let's imagine if its saliva is red, so what will be happen to the clinics? So it's very clear, and to say, please don't ignore it just because you couldn't see it. Okay, so can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, Rita, you're audible.
Okay. So just now I played the video. It's just to tell how important we need to control the cross-infection because as we know, the saliva is transparent. But let's imagine if the saliva is red, what will be happened to the clinics? Okay, so this video hope is clear for you. What we want to tell is sometimes we are surrounded by various unsanitary conditions. Any non-standard operations can lead to dangerous situations. So please don't ignore it just because you couldn't see it. So that's why we need to pay attention to control cross-infection from the source. So in our daily life, we are more familiar with disinfection, but from the medical side, there is another more important process, that is sterilization. Do you know what's the difference between disinfection and sterilization? Disinfection refers to the killing or removing of pathogenic microorganisms on the surface to achieve harmless treatment. But various spores, are not necessarily inactivated. But sterilization is the process of killing or removing all microorganisms, including bacteria, viruses, spores. So disinfection is no substitute for sterilization. According to the requirements of the technical operation specifications for disinfection of dental clinic instruments, a medical institution formulated by the MOH and combined with the actual clinical situation, appropriate disinfection or sterilization method should be selected according to the danger degree and the material characteristics of dental clinic instruments. All kinds of oral medical instruments that come into contact with wounds, blood, or sterile tissues of the patient, including the dental handpiece, needles like that, must be sterilized before use. So I think this is the difference between disinfection and the sterilizations, and why we need sterilizers. Talk about autoclave sterilizers. As we know, according to the European standard EN 13060, there are three classifications of autoclave: Class B, Class S, and Class N. I'd like to explain the classifications in this way. So, for the items includes everything wrapped or non-wrapped can be sterilized with Class B autoclave, especially for the hollow instruments, porous rods, and looming devices will need the autoclave with 3 pre-vacuum cycle, because the fractional vacuum can remove the air completely for 100 effective sterilizations. So this is for the Class B. And for the items includes wrapped solid products, and for the items like small hollow instruments, lumen devices without packages, so we'll request to use autoclave with at least 1 pre-vacuum to do the sterilizations. So this is the Class S. For the Class N autoclave, it is intended to sterilize for the non-wrapped solid items. So I hope this can be easier to understand the classifications of sterilizers. Most countries has regulations to use Class B autoclaves only, including China. China is also request to only use Class B autoclave. So today we are talking about RUNYES Autoclave. RUNYES was founded in 2000 and started to manufacture autoclaves since 2003. We are the first one who manufacture autoclave in China. In the past 17 years, we upgraded a lot from the design, capacity, and technologies, because our goal is to produce the best autoclave in China and make your clinic perfect. So we talk about RUNYES Autoclave, so I'd like to guide you go through by these 4 parts: various capacity, different design, and what features, and finally with the sterilization process. Okay. Now let's see what we have available. So from this list, you can see clearly we have the different capacities from 8 liter to 45 liter according to the demands from the market and the clinic size. Different design with touchscreen, LCD display, LED display, and also class B, class N for option. Okay, now let's start to review each model one by one. Firstly, let's formally introduce the latest generation, touchscreen autoclave. They are very fancy looking, attractive, and very easy operation just by gently touch the screen. I still remember that the first time we showed this design in the exhibition, I think it was the IDS. So every guest was surprised to see this, and they were all overwhelmed by the unique design. We say it is the apple of autoclave. Actually, the real story is our boss, Mr. Shu, was always thinking to create a new and a total different design. So around 4 years ago, he personally flew to Europe and found the designer who did the original design for Apple. So this design looks more like iPhone was come out. And firstly, we launched the 18 liter, 23 liter in 2017. And after that, we launched the big size, 29 liter, 45 liter in 2018. So this is the more story I want to share with you about the touch screen. And we are very happy that dental field in China are growing so fast in recent years, and more clinics and dental centers are open, as well as more and more requirements of implant surgical kit sterilizations. So we develop a big capacity like 29 liter and 45 liter to satisfy the demands of market. So this is some information about the touch screen I shared with you. Okay, so let's see. These models are the most classic models. I believe most of you are very familiar with them, right? We launched these models in 2012. Until now, they are still the most hot selling. They're adopted with double lock system and with LCD and LED display. And all these are class B autoclave. And finally, this two model is class N. In response to the needs of some special markets, which they still don't have regulations yet. So these class N models is a good option for them to start with our business. Okay, so these are all the models we are selling now. Okay, now let's go to review what features of RUNYES Autoclave. Yeah, you can see this is the most popular model, LED type. It looks very simple, and the operation interface is simple to operate and very friendly. But it combined with multiple programs in all our autoclave. So for the testing program, we have the Boeing D test and the Helix test program available for the penetrability test. It is to verify the steam penetration in hollow instruments and the air removal capacity of a vacuum sterilizers. And another test is a leakage test. So it is to monitor the vacuum pump performance. As we know, actually in China, it is not the MOH is not so strict. So normally the clinics maybe just do the testing bi-weekly or monthly. But as we know in Australia, the MOH is very strict and requests the clinic to do the testing cycles before any daily sterilization operations. So this is a very important process, but it's maybe according to the different regulations. And the next is the 134-degree B+ program. This program is very useful for the implantologist. By this cycle, the autoclave remains at 134 degrees for sterilization time 18 minutes. So carton swabs and the hollow equipment gives better results in this. And the next one, cleaning cycle. This is a special program for RUNYES Autoclave only. So for our autoclave, every 100 cycles, the machine will automatically remind you to go this cycle to do cleaning for the steam generator, valves, and pipes to protect the machine. So it will take 30 minutes, 20 minutes cleaning, and the last 10 minutes drying. So this is also an important program. Faster drying program. So the standard drying time of RUNYES Autoclave is 10 minutes. But if sometimes the clinic needs emergency use, so we can also have 1 minute or 5 minutes for option to shorten the cycles. And another feature is we have a 30 error code detecting program. So it's very convenient for the engineer to check the issue easily. Okay, so this is the program. So I introduce the details. Okay, let's now see the interface. For all the touch screen models, so just operate everything by gentle touch. It's very cool. And they automatically open the door by touching as well. It's very smart. So this is the touch screen for all the 29 liter, 45 liter is touch by touching only. This is the most popular LED control panel, so very easily operation just by selecting the temperature and the conditions of the instruments, then start to run the machine. It's very easy. For this LCD display, the difference compared with LED is that in this screen, it's vivid to see the sterilization status. It's easy to know which status now the machine is working on. And one more feature for this LCD is we built in multi-languages, such as Spanish, Turkish, Malaysians, French, Russians, etc. It's very easier for the local people to use. And for the error detecting, it will show error message on the screen. So very helpful to the engineers to check the issues. Okay, so these are all the control panels of Class B autoclave for your reference. Now I would like to show you what's the features we have. Firstly, we can see the big open water tank on the top. it is very easy for users to do cleaning and maintenance, because after some time use, there will be a kind of bacterial cost in the water tank. So we are requested to do cleaning and maintenance oftenly. It's very easy for the end users to do. In the wasted water and the clean water tank, we both install water level sensor. So the machine will alarm you to drain off water or add water. So if the wasted water level too high, it will remind you to drain off. If the clean water level too low, it will remind you to fill water. And also we install a water quality sensor in the clean center to detect the water quality. According to the standards, all the autoclaves must be used qualified water. So for our autoclave, only use distilled water. So if the water not qualified, the machine will make alarm and cannot work properly. So this is the water tank. Now let's move to the chamber. The chamber we are using is one-piece molding, no welding, with materials of 304 stainless steel. And there is a water draining filter at the bottom of the chamber, very easy to remove and do cleaning. Together with the stainless steel rack and trays. One more important component I want to highlight is we install a steam spray barrier at the back side of the chamber. So this is one important upgrade we did 2 years ago. So you should know that the function of this barrier is to distribute the steam goes into the instruments uniformly, which can reach much better sterilizations for instruments. Okay, so this is the chamber. For all our autoclaves with double lock system to ensure the safety. So when the pressure and the temperature goes up in the chamber, the airlock will automatically work to ensure the safety use. So this is the picture you see. This is the automatic door system for the touch screen or with the automatic door system. And this one is for the manual door system, mechanical door lock, and the airlock as well. So during the machine working, the door cannot open to ensure the safety. It's very important. Now let's talk about the data records. According to the requirements of the MOH for sterilization records, the clinic needs to keep sterilization records of the instruments every day. For the convenience of clinic operations, we have two different methods of data storage. One is printer, another one is USB. So you can choose one of them according to the local situation. If the local MOH doesn't specify the format of the sterilization records, so we recommended the USB because our PCB of autoclave can hold up 2,000 cycles. So the clinics don't need to download the records every time. So they can do it according to the clinic situation. For example, if the clinic goes 5 cycles per day, so for 1 month, next will be around 150 cycles. So we can calculate the PCB can hold for 1 year records. It's very convenient for them. And for RUNYES Autoclave, up from 18 liter, USB function is standard. Besides that, we also have the external thermal printer and the built-in printer for option. So these 2 years, due to the increasing demands of both printers and the USB devices. So last year we added a new option with built-in printer. So the right photo you can see is with the built-in printer. So after every cycle finish, the machine will print out the records automatically. So this is the way to get the data records. So one of the very important features is that we are using a high-efficient steam generator technology to ensure only the steam goes into the chamber. Since the temperature and the pressure is very sensitive to the machine, we install with triple temperature sensor to control, and also with the pressure sensor to monitor the pressures precisely. So the temperature sensor we have is one is for the steam generator and one out sensor for the heating loop outside the chamber, and another one inner sensor to ensure the temperature inside the chamber. So this is the 3 temperature sensors. So for the pressure sensor, we installed to monitor the pressure in the chamber in real time. So this is very important to get the accurate data to control, to monitor the machine reliabilities. And we also have emergency pressure release ports adapted with safety valve at the backside of the autoclave. So from this chart, you can see for 134, the certain pressure is 2.1 bar, but in case the pressure reached to 2.7 bar due to some urgency happened, so the safety valve will automatically open to deflate the pressure to ensure the safety. So this is very unique to ensure the reliability and the safety of the autoclave. Since the temperature and the pressure is too sensitive to the autoclave, so since last year we also developed this procedure monitoring tool to monitor the vacuum and the actual situation of each stage when the machine is working. So it will be very clear to know the specific values. This tool is especially very useful for the after service to do inspections. So this is all the features I want to share with you about RUNYES Autoclave today. As I mentioned just now, RUNYES Autoclave is very easy and friendly to operate. So it is very easy for the end users to be trained to know how to operate. So here, let's play a video to see how to operate RUNYES Autoclave. This video will take around 5 minutes. Okay. There is no sound, but I will explain. So this is our model LED type 23 liter. So with the accessories in the chamber, the rack, trays, USB, and the spanners, pipes. So firstly, we need to make sure the front foot peg is higher then the back side like this to ensure the condenser water to drain off. And also with the gaps between each side to make the machine have fans. So now we turn on the machine and you will find out this the error code A02. It means the machine needs water. The machine distilled water, so we pour the distilled water. Yeah. So after fill the water, the error code disappears, and then the machine is ready to use. Okay, so we open the door and load the racks and trays because all the instruments must be put on the trays, cannot touch chamber directly. And we load the instruments and close it and make it tight. Now we will select the cycles. So firstly, we will select the temperature 134, 121, and B plus program. So for this one, we choose 134 degree. And then we'll choose the instrument conditions, package or without package. Okay, obviously we will need the package. So after choose the cycles, the light here is ready, so we can run by start. So we are waiting the machine until it finish. So you will see there will be a show ED on the screen, and the machine will make sound beep beep. So then we can open the door and take out the instruments. The machine, the water level sensor has reminded you, so you can drain off the waters by the pipes. And now we will show how to download the records. So after the cycle, you can insert the USB, and you will see the light here keep on. It means the data is loading. So when you see the light is a flash, it means the downloading is finished. Okay, so you see it is very easy to operate, right? Okay. Okay, so actually, RUNYES is not only produce autoclave, we are providing the whole sterilization process. Consider the sterilization process, we will need this equipment. So the ultrasonic cleaner, lubrication machine for handpiece, sealing machine, and the machine autoclave need distilled water, so we need water distiller. So these are the basic assistant devices work together with the autoclave. So we are also produce these small devices. Of course, for the whole complete process, we'll still need maybe need other devices like disinfection or drying machine. I will show you the complete sterilization process in my next slide. Yes, so this is the complete sterilization process based on China MOH about regulation for disinfection and sterilizations of dental instruments. We are following by recycling, cleaning, lubrication, disinfection, drying, sealing, sterilization, and storage. So I think this is the globally same. Okay, since we have our, as you know, RUNYES has its own dental hospital. We have around 30 dental chairs and 50 dentists and a nurse working there. The sterilization room we build and operate in strict accordance with Chinese sterilization standard procedures. So from this room layout, you can see there are 4 separate rooms without a door between each room. All the instruments to be passed through the stereo windows. You see the green one is the stereo windows, and to the next room to avoid recontamination. In the cleaning area, we do ultrasonic cleaning, lubrication, disinfection, and drying process. In the package area, we do sealing and put the label with date on the packages. Then we put through the sterilization area. In the sterilization area, we have 6 autoclaves, including 129 and 45 liter, since we have a very professional implant center in our hospital. So the big one is in our sterilization room. So after sterilization, the last is the storage area. Okay, so finally, let me introduce a little bit about our factory. We are located in Ningbo City, one of the very beautiful seaside city in China, so which is close to Shanghai. So here are some photos of RUNYES factory. We have around 500 staff working in RUNYES. Besides autoclave, we also produce X-ray units, dental units, and digital products. So we say RUNYES offers a full solution for our partners. We have a very strong production workshop, can produce autoclave around 1,500 pieces per month. And we are very proud to have so many professional dealers like you to bring us super confidence. So for our factory, created by love as RUNYES core value, supported by professional and vibrant sales team, we sell 165,000 RUNYES claves in the last 17 years to the world. So we are more like a big family more than business partners. So we need great support to each other. So that's all I want to share with you about RUNYES Autoclave and about RUNYES factory. So finally, again, thank you very much for your participation tonight. We are waiting for you at RUNYES in the near future. Okay, so although I couldn't see your face today, but I can strongly feel your heart together with us. It's really a special experience for me. Thank you again. Have a nice day.